The two biggest challenges that people have when moving to a new city is, number one, where do I move? Where do I go? What do the communities look like around some of the homes that I'm seeing online? What are some of the hot spots around that? And then the second one is, what are the pros and cons? What is the cost of living? Well, today I'm going to give you 6 reasons you may not want to move to Scottsdale, Arizona. So stay tuned. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Todd Hall, founder of Phoenix Homes and Hotspots right here in beautiful, sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. If it's your first time visiting our #1 real estate resource here in the state of Arizona, and you want to know everything there is to know about the great homes, the beautiful communities, and the top hotspots that surround them, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, then smash the bell, and we're going to notify you every time we create new great videos. Now, we're constantly getting phone calls, emails, and texts from new clients from all around the world. They're asking for more Scottsdale neighborhoods information. They want to know about some of the great hotspots out here. And of course, they want to do home tours. So if you're moving to Scottsdale, Arizona, or thinking about moving to Scottsdale, all you have to do is give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and we're going to be happy to give you the keys to our city. All right, so I told you I'm going to tell you 6 reasons you may not want to move to Scottsdale, Arizona. But first, let me make sure that you understand, this is a very popular, very trendy area for people to move here when they're moving to the Phoenix metro. So there's a lot of demand for Scottsdale. I also call this a very lifestyle diverse city, meaning that depending on where you live in Scottsdale, there's really truly something for everyone, whether you're a millennial all the way up to being retired. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead though and jump into 6 reasons that you may want to consider moving to Scottsdale, Arizona. And reason number 1 is the weather. Now today, I'm in the middle of the summer here. It's August, and today it's going to hit 110 degrees. So if you're the type of person that just really hates the extreme heat and you're looking for a place to move year-round, meaning you're not a snowbird, you're not coming out for just the fall, winter, and spring months, but you're going to come out all year round, you're probably not going to love our summer months. So starting in late May through late September to early October, you're going to find temperatures exceeding 100 degrees on most days. Now, with that being said, a couple things. If you're a golfer, you may love those 4 summer months because you're going to play some of the greatest golf courses here in the state of Arizona that would normally cost you $200 to $250 a round for as little as $30 a round. So there are some benefits there, but again, you're probably going to find yourself indoors most of the time if you don't like that really hot weather. Now, we also have the monsoons that roll in over the summer. People always ask me, hey, you know, what do I got to do? Do I got to batten down the hatches? And typically I say, no, you know, I drop my umbrellas and that type of thing. So the monsoons aren't a real big deal. In fact, they kind of make it nice. They cool things off just a little bit, add some rain to those hot summer months. Now, of course, the other 8 months out of the year are absolutely amazing. So as long as you can deal with those 4 hot summer months, you're going to be in good shape here. But reason number 1, you might not want to move to Scottsdale, is our hot weather in the summer. So reason number 2 that you may not want to live in Scottsdale, Arizona is the cost of home prices. Now, overall in Scottsdale, our cost of living is actually very comparable, if not a little bit below, a lot of the major cities from around the country. In fact, overall cost of living is pretty close to being on par with U.S. averages, depending on what part of cost of living you're looking at. However, home prices are much higher than the national averages. So just to give you an idea, this is Phoenix Metro right now. Maricopa County median home prices are about $300,000. City of Scottsdale home prices are a little over $500,000. Now, it all depends on what part of Scottsdale you live. So if you live more towards the south of Scottsdale, which we call Old Town Scottsdale or South Scottsdale, median home prices are in the mid 300s. But if you're all the way up in North Scottsdale, median home prices can be anywhere from $800,000 to over $1 million, depending on the neighborhood you're in. So again, median home prices overall are above $500,000 for Scottsdale as a whole, but so long as you can afford to buy a home, you're going to find that the cost of living here outside of that for gas, utilities, and a lot of the other things, groceries, is going to be really, really affordable. So again, number 2 is steeper home prices, but overall pretty good cost of living. So look, the third reason, and actually a pretty silly reason, is that people around the valley popularly refer to Scottsdale as Snobsdale if they don't live here or live in the area. I will tell you, if you ever hear that terminology, I've lived in or around Scottsdale since 2004. People here are pretty normal. There's nothing, in terms of the way that people treat you or anything else, nothing out of the ordinary. But again, it's one of those things. I always call Scottsdale the Beverly Hills of Arizona, although Paradise Valley's home prices are much higher. So again, people pretty down to earth here for the most part. But if you don't like the reputation of Snobsdale, you may not want to live here in Scottsdale. So reason number 4 that you may not want to live here in Scottsdale, Arizona is because of a lot of the big events and the traffic that those big events bring to the Scottsdale area. So of course the summer months are fairly slow with events. However, when you get into the fall, winter, and spring months, when our weather is the best, we have lots of things going on, which brings people from not only around the country, but from around the world. Some of those big events include mid-January, we have the Barrett-Jackson Auto Auction, and then following that up, right after that, we have the Waste Management Phoenix Open, which brings literally millions and millions of people to Phoenix Metro, but specifically into North Scottsdale during that time of year. Then right after that, in Scottsdale, we have 2 spring training facilities, so March is a busy month. We have great festivals and lots of things going on, again, from fall to spring. So if you're the type of person you like a little bit more quiet, you don't want all of that, maybe the traffic or the noise or whatever that looks like to you, maybe this isn't the right area for you, and that's fine. There's a lot of great areas here in the Phoenix Metro. Give us a call. Be happy to guide you to them. But if you like activity, you're probably going to like living here in Scottsdale, Arizona. So moving on to number 5, you may not care about living in Scottsdale if being centrally located in the valley is not important to you. So one of the great things about living here in Scottsdale, Arizona is the fact that we're centrally located. There's a lot of great hot spots and a lot of really cool things to do in this area. We just talked about some of the events, but if you like great culinary experiences as an example, or just like nightlife, golf, hiking, it's all right here. Now, if those things aren't important to you, we also talked earlier about the cost of living, and specifically home prices. And so you're going to pay, you're going to pay a premium to be centrally located. The other thing about this central location is you can get into downtown Phoenix easily. You can get into the East Valley of Phoenix, West Valley, up in the North Valley. I mean, literally, you're really in the center of everything. But going back to what I said before, if it's not important to you, you're probably not going to want to pay a premium for it, and there's a lot of other great neighborhoods out here for you. And the last reason, number 6, is for the critters. Now let's start with some of the critters that might actually get into your home. First one being scorpions. Yes, we are here in the desert. We do have scorpions. However, the treatment for that is typically, like from my house, I live right next to a wash. And so I get a little bit more activity than most people. And so I have somebody come out and spray twice, every 2 months, I'm sorry. And I also put a little powder in the corner, in all the little corners where scorpions could actually penetrate and get into the home, and works really, really well. Find very few scorpions, and if I do find them, they're typically dead. So scorpions, we also have water bugs, not a huge issue like you find in Florida with roaches. You might find a few of those inside your home as well. Now, outside of that, depending on where you live, if you live in an area closer to the desert, you're going to find some coyotes, which typically aren't going to bother you too much. You might hear them howling a little bit at night and that type of thing, but typically aren't going to bother you in terms of they might be in your neighborhood, but again, they're just not going to come too close. We also have javelinas and other forms of wildlife as well. So if you live closer to the desert, you're going to run into those. And then of course we have snakes, all different varieties. Yes, we have rattlesnakes. I'll tell you, I've lived in the desert since 1997. When I moved to Las Vegas, I moved here to Phoenix in 2004, and I think I've probably seen one rattlesnake in all that time, and I'm out and about a lot. I've gone out on the hiking trails, I've played on the golf courses. Maybe I'm just lucky. I do have snakes around my house because I have the wash area. But again, never seen a rattlesnake. So I do see some snakes. Some of them get into my yard and that type of thing, but not a huge issue. And for most of you, in terms of where you're going to live, if you're in Old Town Scottsdale, you're going to see less of that. If you're in North Scottsdale, where it's has a little bit more of a rural feel, you're going to see a little bit more of some of the critters. So again, that is reason number 6 you may not want to move to Scottsdale, Arizona. So there it is. There's 6 reasons that you may decide when moving to the Phoenix Metro that Scottsdale, Arizona is not the right fit for you. And if that's the case, that's okay, because there are a lot of great communities here in the Phoenix Valley. It all really just depends on what your price range is, what your lifestyle looks like. My team understands that finding a home is more than just going online and finding a home. As somebody moving to a new area, you want to know what the communities look like, what the hot spots and the lifestyle around that home look like, and that's what we specialize in. So if you want more information, not only about Scottsdale, but anywhere here in the Phoenix Metro, all you have to do is pick up the phone, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and we're going to get that information out to you. In fact, we'll even go out to a community that you may have an interest in and shoot video for you so you can get a sense for what those communities look like. Now, if you haven't already, do be sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel right here. Ring that bell, just smash the bell. That way we're going to notify you every time we create a video that could add value to your experience with moving to Scottsdale, Arizona. You're going to get notified when we put that video out. Now you can check out some of my other popular videos right here.